Welcome back to Dairyayres. Today I am going to can one of our favorites, an easy peasy go-to quick meal. After work, had a long day, got a lot to do outside, got chores out the wazoo, and grab it and go. So this is it. Check it out. It's green beans with smoked sausage, and I'm cutting up my smoked sausage now. I cut them lengthwise. Get you in here close. I cut them lengthwise, like so. Make sure they're apart all the way, yep. And then I just cut them into pieces like this. And cut them as thick or as thin as you like. Whatever floats your boat. There you go. So this is 1/4 of a package right here. And I just grab a jar. Put it in there. There you go. Next one. People seem to think you need a whole bunch of food to make a meal. You don't. This feeds me and my husband, no problem. One of these jars for an evening. This is dinner, no problem with us, and we're good. So you don't have to have a whole bunch of meat and all that stuff. Do one more of these, and I'll show you the next step. Because time you get this mixed with this, which is about 3/4 of a can of green beans, about that much. You get one of these in there. And then I put just a little garlic in there, which I'll show you here in a second. Let me get the garlic. All right, let's take my garlic, crunch it up and get it open. And this meat has enough salt in it that there's no need to put salt in these cans, just so you know. I mean, as far as this goes, with the garlic, I'm going to cut it up in pieces, but I'm not going to put that much in each one either. Just a little. Just a few pieces. So, out of this, as you can see, I'm just going to take about this much, put it in there. That'll be enough. I mean, it doesn't have to be crazy. So one little clove did for 1.5 pint jars, basically. There you go. And then I'll do one more clove for the other 8. Be back in a second and I'll show you the next step. All right. You guessed it, onion. We're onion lovers around here. We love onions and just about everything we can get our little hands on. Every meal we have just about has onion in it. So, gotta cut this down the middle. I'm gonna put 1/4 onion in each jar. I'm gonna take it, turn it over, and just slice it into pieces, like so. And I'll probably turn it and cut it a little bit this way too, just because they'll fit better in the jar and won't leave so much air or the availability of air pockets. So that's a whole 1/4. That's more than enough in each 1/4. Or I mean in each jar, 1.5 pint jar. I think I'll go ahead and cut this again this way. And then again. That in this jar. Next one. Actually, there's a little bit left here, so we'll get that in there. All right. Next jar. All right, that's that. Now we're on to the next thing. Be right back. As you guessed it, now I am peeling potatoes, and potatoes going next. I can't find my potato peeler, so I'm having to use my knife. It's taking me a while. Anyway, make sure all the bad spots are out and there's no green spots in your potatoes. Make sure there's no eyes sticking on them or anything like that. Clean them all up real nice and pretty. Rinse them if you want. I don't ever rinse mine, but you can rinse them. Get some of the starch out of them if you like. That doesn't bother me any at all. I just do mine with them on there, with the in there or whatever. I just put them straight in the jar after I cut them. So I'm going to fill up the rest of these jars with these taters, and I'll get back to you when I get done. It's been a long time since I peeled potatoes. I'm not a big potato peeler, so see how this goes. Kind of just skim this stuff off. I don't want to take off too much of the meat. But get your jar filled to 1-inch headspace. That right there. That's where you want it to be. And then we're going to fill these with water. I'm going to put water up to the 1-inch headspace. And then we'll go from there. So I'm just going to keep on peeling these potatoes, and I'll be back when I am finished, because I'm sure that your lovely evening doesn't need to be spent watching me peel a bunch of potatoes. So I'll be back. All right. I thought about it and I thought, you know what? I think I'm just going to put salt in it anyway, because if I don't, I will regret it. Since there's potatoes in there. So I'm going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of salt in each one before I fill it with water. Because nobody likes a bland potato, right? Put a little bit more in that one. There we go, and the last one. Okay. Put just a little bit more in a couple of these. Look like they're a little shy. All right. I think that'll do her. Now, I'm going to fill them up with some water. So I'll be back when I got that done. All right. Got them all cleaned up. Salt in them. They're debubbled. Fingertip tight. Hopefully I can get them all in there. I think I can get 9 in there of the 1.5 pints. I can't remember. Haven't done 1.5 pints since the summer, so we'll see what happens, won't we? I'm also filling my jars as I go around the rims, making sure that rim doesn't have any chips or anything. Make sure you do that. Hate to go to all this trouble and then have a jar that is not up to par. Would not be cool with me. My hands are wanting to cramp after all that cutting the potatoes. It's like, haven't drank enough water today, obviously. We'll see how this goes. I don't think I'm going to be able to get that last one in there, maybe. We'll see. We will see. I don't think so. Nope. Not going to get the last one in there, so I think I'm going to pull this last jar of brats out and not can it, and we'll have it tomorrow. That's what we'll do. That'll take care of that problem, won't it? All right, got them all in there. Even them up. And gonna get it going. All right, so I got those in the canner, and as soon as it gets to steaming, we'll let it steam for 10 minutes, you know, flowing out the top. And then after 10 minutes, we'll put our little weight on there, and then we'll let it go for 90 minutes because it has meat in it, and they are 1.5 pint jars. So we'll let them go for 90 minutes, and when that's done, we'll let them sit there for about 1.5 hours before I take the lid off. But for me, since it's this late in the evening, I'll just let it stay there till the morning. I'll take the lid off in the morning and check them in the morning. So in the morning, we'll get back to you and see how it went. Well, good morning, everybody. Let's see how this went. I'm gonna pull them out of that good old canner. All right. Shouldn't be. They're still warm. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. I have made a lot of soups this year. I try to figure out our needs, food needs for the year. And I try to at least have 50 soups on the shelf. So that's a pretty good amount of dinners actually for the year. And the reason I do that is because we do a lot of work out here, outside and stuff, and with family and all that. And there's a lot of times we get home late, and it's just so much easier just to warm up a soup than to make a meal. So anyway, that turned out pretty good. Not too shabby. So 8 soups ready to go. And that didn't take me very long to do them last night either. So I know people don't make soup that often anymore, or at least you don't hear about them talking about eating it that much anymore. And it's so easy to make, especially when you can it at home. It's just crazy. I can grab a couple of these and take them off to my daughter's house or my sister's house, and we have enough for everybody when we're all working a project for lunch, you know, for the middle of the day. Just stopping and eating some soup is great. Take some cornbread or biscuits with you or whatever, and you're good to go. I make all kinds of soups. I make white chili and regular red chili and ham and beans and split pea and Italian soup and gumbo, chicken soup. I make all kinds of stuff. I take one of these to work with me over at Grit and Gumption, and you know, this is a couple days worth of lunch, 3 days worth of lunch for me over there, so I can take it and just take some out and put it in the jar back in the fridge and eat it 3 times through the week. My husband and I come home, crack one open, and that's good enough for him and myself for supper. I probably keep about 50 jars of soup on the shelf all the time because I know we use them that often. And every year I go through, well, I put 60 up last year and used every one of them. So, and then I made more. So it's just an easy and quick food, especially if you're one of those people that are working outside all the time, and doing stuff. We do wood, we do stuff with the animals, we do, you know, property work, all kinds of stuff. So, and we have parents we have to help out too with, so you're, you know, sometimes coming in late, and it's just easy to grab this and eat it real quick, and it doesn't lay heavy on your stomach while you have to go to bed in about 1.5 hours, 2 hours or whatever, if you've not had supper yet, you know. So it's just an easy way to do it. Anyway, you guys need to come back Monday. We're going to start doing meat, a different meat every day for 9 days. So come back for that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. We'd appreciate that. And I'm sorry if you're hearing a little bit of peeping in the background, but I've got some baby silkies and some baby duckies in the bathroom there. It's 20 degrees out, and I don't want to take any chances of them dying. So we brought them inside and put them in 2 different tubs in the bathroom. So you'll hear them peeping in the background. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.